Alright, well, I, I've been playing around, I've been trying to, well, in between the last stream and this stream, I bought the game Realms of Chaos from GOG, and let me just find the store page, the GOG store page, and I'll bring it up on screen. Well, here's Realms of Chaos. They don't have a video. They don't have a video to show off this game, but I found out that it's I found out that this game has smooth scrolling. I had to look on YouTube to find that this game has smooth scrolling by looking at a YouTube video. Anyways, I may take a look at Soccer Kid later. Okay. Alright. Game's not shareware, please don't distribute it. Yeah, I know. Alright. Apogee. I played a lot of Apogee games in my childhood, so I consider myself an Apogee kid. This is not one of the games that I played in my childhood, but it's still an Apogee game, and I'm amazed that it's still being sold on GOG, and I'm glad for that. Because otherwise it would be illegal. So, I did a bit of practice off the stream. I did a bit of practice off stream, so I even got the space for to change heroes, collect crystals to increase fireballs, collect treasure to increase score. What was that? Is that a ticking time bomb? I think I'm better off just using her fireballs to get rid of the bats. Magic potions restore health. Exactly what I need right now. Apparently there are a few secrets in this level that I haven't found yet. Okay, so you can use shift and up arrow or down arrow to look up or down, and maybe it's like Console's Cosmic Adventure, where you can look up and find stuff just by looking up. Not like finding secret areas, but finding... I don't mean finding secret areas, but items that are in the sky just waiting to fall down. Items and stuff, talking about items and stuff that are in the sky just waiting to fall down. Break all statues to get bonus items. Oh man, almost got hurt there. glad I didn't get hurt there. I think I found out that as the swordsman, when I'm playing as the swordsman, it's a good idea to jump when you're jump when or during the attack. Damn. I thought I'd be able to jump that gap, but I guess not. That doesn't hurt me, right? Remember my first run, Remember that hurt me during my first run. I'm just better off looking for this secrets. Better off. There's a statue in the sky. Magic shield costs 25 gems. See, that's why you should look up. You never know. But you never know where there might be a statue hiding in the sky. Gosh, that guy reminds me of the Kirathi Wing Commander because they're feline. They are feline creatures. And I figured I use her this time. Better off. Statues 3. None of the secrets. Didn't quite understand the secrets in this game. I think I've seen that font before in another game. I think I've seen that font in another game, like in Wolfenstein Blade of Agony. Man. It's like jumping makes you faster. Oh, lucky she touched down right beside me. Thought I could kill her with my sword. Not doing too well. Crystals to increase fireballs. Treasure to increase score. That one's obviously a female because boobs. Also, this game is a bit weird because you have to, if you set the game to run too fast, it doesn't work. Like, you can't get into the game at all if you set the CPU cycle count too high. Well, there's no way I'm gonna be able to... There's no way I'm going to be able to get that monster from there. And they just keep respawning. No, the diamonds remind me of Kid Chameleon. Don't think I could really change heroes because I need her to deal with the bats and these damn prize attackers that are coming down from... Yeah, I think the fireballs are the best way to deal with the bats. Oh. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I was able to get across that. almost got past this level. I did a bit of practice off the stream in this game. Man, I'm playing this game like well, I'm a bit tired now, and so I mean, I got up. I didn't get up that bow. Oh, for good freak! Well, when I started the stream, I was tired, and before this, I thought I wouldn't be able to get up. Thought I tried to get back to sleep, but I failed. I don't know what was keeping me awake, or it's the daylight, or my, I don't know whether it was just the daylight, or my tinnitus, or yeah, I'm suffering from tinnitus, the kind that old people will suffer from in their old age. I think it's because I heard a very loud noise one day, and I just couldn't unhear that. It was just unavoidable for me to hear that loud noise. Could be the heat could have kept me up as well, because it's the summer now, it's hot, and well, how am I supposed to know where they're gonna come from? How am I supposed to know where they're coming from? Are they ever gonna stop? Will they jump back up and then they come back down? And apparently there are a finite number of enemies on these levels. How am I supposed to know whether I've defeated that one? Does that one respawn or come back alive? I wonder if it'll load the game at my current spot. They're gonna stop coming. Seems unlikely that they'll stop coming at this point. Guess I better just avoid the attacks to the best of my ability. Cause I can't use the woman. I can't use the sorceress because she is so low on health. Oh, nice. That's exactly what she needed. If I remember, it says there are 5 secrets in this level. What's this? Okay, 2 to 5 secrets, 4 to 6 statues. 36 into 41 enemies. And on the easier your skills, you get more powerful spells by default. You get more powerful weapons, more powerful spells by default. I guess that maybe the weapons will be... guess that maybe your weapons will get an upgrade later on. Just in case the bats show up. Man. Damn, I was a bit worried that I would not make it. Oh yeah, another thing about this game, you can crouch, and you can move while you're crouching, and that's something that not very many platformer games have. Usually when you're crouched, you're stuck in that one spot. still trying to figure out what a good strategy for getting rid of those things. They look a bit like the... They look a bit like the totem head poles in Castlevania. That's why jumping, that's why it's good to jump as a swordsman, because you have the, you can hit more enemies if you swing your sword or during the jump. You can hit more enemies if you swing your sword during the jump. Come on. Also, I can attack while I'm on the pole. That's good to know. You can just duck to... You can just duck under the shots to avoid them. Oh! Great. No. I didn't know it would take more than one shot to kill that bat. Yeah. Only it would... Don't see how it would benefit me. Don't see why the disabled the... I don't see why I couldn't just quick load and quick save. Save over stream. And I was thinking of the modern. Come on, I almost had that one. Seems like, this game is works in a bit of a weird way, because if you have the CPU cycle set too high, the game will not work. Okay, so now I know he can get in 1 or 2 sword slashes before... One or two sword slashes before... Before that one starts firing again. But you know, I had to check this one out because Apogee. Apogee was I think Apogee was known for trying to make their games compatible with older hardware, or that because Apogee, well, I don't know why, but Apogee was known for trying to make their games compatible with older hardware, with older, weaker hardware. You know, you had the Jazz Jackrabbit cheat code, which basically, there was a cheat code in Jazz Jackrabbit, which made... There's a cheat code in Jazz Jackrabbit which makes the game render in 16 color graphics and low frame rates. Well, this game seems to be not match up with what you'd expect from an Apogee game based on that. They made their games run with lower color depths, and because not everyone had a gaming PC back then. Those were expensive, a hell of a lot more expensive. Those were painfully expensive back then, compared to those were, well, you didn't want to, of course you don't want to have to upgrade your hardware every time you buy a new game back then, so, because computer upgrades were quite expensive. Damn. I may have benefited from that. Save again because there's another health potion. And maybe saving too much. Some people might say that I'm saving too much, but save scumming and pause buffering. I do that a lot. Looks like it takes 5 sword slashes to kill that guy. like it takes 5 sword slashes to kill that guy. What am I supposed to do? Jump back? Okay, I'll try changing to the woman. No, I can do better than that. Well, looks like there's something behind there, even though the only purpose was to... His only purpose was to show the gap that you would fall down there. Bats, they are the worst. Oh, come on! You can't tell me that I can't jump up there. Well, that was a magic shield. It's a magic shield. The shurikens orbiting me. I wonder if I can increase my maximum amount of HP or... wonder if I can increase my maximum amount of HP or my weapon power. Well, I think I could do better than that. No, I will have to use magic shield to kill that bat. Three secrets from this level, I don't know. The last time I found a secret in this game, it was on top of the... Well, this is an interesting place. I don't know where or how to search for the secrets, but... Man. Its health increased. Oh man, so there's 2 parts to this level. Oh, come on! So that's why it's important to collect treasures and other score items. Still trying to figure out a good strategy. Me too. Still trying to figure out a good strategy for playing this game. Too bad I can't go back where I came from. That would be a little helpful. Frick. Well, at least now I know that I can't go back where I came from. Another thing I get bonus points for picking up stuff like that. I do believe the increased health was because you got a score bonus. Got it right about here, I think. Alright, score bonus, max health increased. You know, when I first went into the retro scene on Twitch, I was hoping that I would be able to find more people playing MS-DOS games than I did. It's unfortunate that MS-DOS gets so little attention on Twitch, because MS-DOS is really a good platform. It's a really good retro gaming platform, even if it's not the best. Yeah, famous titles like Wing Commander are on MS-DOS. Yeah. Had stuff like the Gravis gamepad, the MT32, and all the flight sticks that people use to play games like Wing Commander or in the flight simulators. Also, Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows XP. I'm disappointed that there isn't more. That it's so rare to find Windows 95, Windows 98. It's mostly consoles and arcade. Mostly consoles and arcades for some reason. I think... Man, Death Blast. Lost 25 gems. And only there was a secret here. Only they could have put a secret there. Let me get back to where I came from, instead of just putting a little... Just one moment, I wanna do a quick something.
I really do. Even though we haven't had that many times, like chances to hang out together, I really appreciate the time that we have had, and we've had a lot of like deep talks. And
Right, I think I've done what I wanted to do outside of the... Just wanted to thank someone for the gift sub they got. This is secret area. It is. does seem to be a secret area because I'm right back at the start of the level. So, in case you're wondering why I have the Linux tag on my stream, I'm a Linux user and I'm using Linux right now. I'm a Linux user. I have been since I've been daily driving Linux since 2015. At least 2015. Will I get down in there? Okay, looks like I dare say, I like how, I'm amazed at how much progress Linux has made in recent years, especially because Linux has made a lot of good progress in recent years, especially. I think Valve played no small part in that. They put out the Steam Deck. They're going to be putting out the Steam machine sometime. You know, the Gabe Cube. Yes, that's where I found the magic spell or the potion that kills everything on the screen. What the hell? I figured he would hurt me when I'm on the... I figured he would hurt me. Okay, that's just soft locked. Okay, 7 out of 11 statues and none of the secrets. I don't know how to... I don't know how to look for secrets in this game. I'd hate to think that I have to achieve that one. I like how the for how this level does the fake 3D effect. It's like in Commander Keen. See. Fine, I'll just spam my attack. Just spam the attacks then. I didn't know I could slash. Didn't know I could. The moment he gets hurt, like you have to know how to. Whatever. What other game? I don't know, maybe I'll just I don't know, maybe Dust's Pandemonia. Twitch is so frustrating too. Twitch, you are being so annoying. Twitch, you are being a jerk. You are being so annoying. And I have my browser behind everything else so that I don't have to change it every time. Grief. Right. I beat it the last time, and now... Right. Last time, I played the final encounter level, and I beat it. With this arsenal. Your adventure anew. And now I've loaded up the wad called Doom 2 Reloaded. It's a great mega wad boss. I forget his name, but it's a great mega wad. It's called Doom 2 Reloaded by Andy Stewart. That's his real name. I forgot his nickname. I think I'm better off doing this then. Yes, I turned on the effect choker so that the frame rate wouldn't get murdered so much, wouldn't get that it wouldn't kill my frame rate so much when during the fight. I'll get used to this. I'll get used to this again. The storage rifle, the witchy in between weapons quickly, because there's a lot of those seraph guys. Those are the guys that die in a white fog. Seraph are those guys that die in the white fog. I'll get shoot. Awful laser bullets at you that go right through your armor. Well, I guess I could use the railgun against the Seraphs too, because the railgun does beam damage. I also put a blast augment on my railgun so that it would do explosive damage. May have been a bad idea. Always use the armor patches for... Always use the armor boost first. You could get better use out of this weapon. Figured it might be good to use the time bombs because that uses a rocket. The time bombs use... The time bomb weapon uses rockets. Yeah, I have the firestorm weapon. I don't really want the firestorm weapon because it's... I want a weapon. I want a bullet weapon because bullet weapons are good against. Bullet weapons are good against you monsters. Let's see. Or bullets are good against the enemies like this. Enemies like this. This. Bullets are really good against. So bullets are also pretty good again. Also somewhat good against those guys. See the bullet weakness, fire weakness. Really looking forward to getting right on the electron shotgun. Because right on electron shotgun. Usually it can do as much damage as a quad shotgun. It can use shotgun shells, and it can fire pretty fast. With the superior augment, it can do probably almost as much damage as the quad shotgun. And is there any weapon that I want to put formatters on? I don't think so. There is a precision augment here. There are precision augments here, there are strength augment here. I think I need to take the strength augment. Also a bit curious about whether the rocket launcher has changed or not. I really like how this armor lets me just phase through enemies and enemy shots. It's really good defensive thing. I've been playing this mod a heck of a lot off screen because it's so addictive. It's just so addictive. If I want another explosive weapon, I could just pick up that pistol and use that for an explosive weapon. Put some augments on it, strength, scavenge, precision augments, and that'll give me another rocket. Give me a rocket launcher. It'll give me sort of a rocket launcher that uses bullets. Like that. I don't feel like taking these formatters with me. I use superiors a lot more than formatters. Oh, heck. Thanks for dropping your superior augment. Oh, yeah, I like the defensive capabilities of the chaotic chest plate. How I can just make myself ignore or damage for a few seconds. I think the border effect I just done with a shader. Do I want a capacity? Well, I could put one capacity on my pistol. Notice now, oh, I didn't take much damage from that. I think I am a lot less talkative when I'm tired. Well, I'm just in general not very talkative, but I think it's even worse when I'm tired or like this. I try to sleep. Something was keeping me up. I don't know exactly what. Oh. What weapon do I use against that guy? I will use the basilisk weapon against that guy. Fireball. Only fireballs that do fire damage. It's a very good weapon. The capacity augment of the pistol, why not? It's free. Yes. Glad I was able to. Flamethrower. Not a weapon I want. I don't think I really want a flamethrower. Oh, I have to do another thing. What was I supposed to do about that guy? Doom Sphere just for one last enemy. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna save that Doom Sphere for later. I can because I have those. Thankful that I can because I have those vessels for the power-up spheres. I think I need more weapons that use shells. Not like the slug shotgun. I'm happy with my shotgun here. I also saw that immolator on the... And I think I already have the basilisk, so why? The only reason I want to take the immolator is because the thing isn't winging. I'm gonna use the basilisk. Does the shield sphere protect me from that fire? Well, I'm glad I got that guy before he did anything to me. You know, this used to be one of my favorite weapons until suddenly they made the bullets a lot more important. could argue that the Scourge is important. It's equally important too, because the Scourge, there are very few enemies that resist Scourge damage. Like, even in I kept the Scourge rifle for a very long time, even in my off-stream playthrough where I finished Doom 2 Reloaded on my on-stream playthrough, and I begun a playthrough of Alien Vendetta. Alien Vendetta is another very old, well-known Doom mod. Much close quarters. Man, those were the Shambler noises from Quake. No, I've never played the... Well, I was thinking of playing the Free Space campaign, Aftermath, and Soul of History. I played through Soul of History before, but I haven't played through... Well, Aftermath is part of the Cold Element Continuum. It's the prequel to the Derelict campaign for Free Space 2. Come on, get out of there. Here's the last guy. I've also been trying to get set up for Game Jam. I've also been trying to get set up for a Game Jam. Trying to set up a little SDL3 project. I got the native version compiling, but I've still have to figure out how to get it to build for the web. You'll notice that this is Doom 2 Reloaded, but it's with the wrong music. Well, years ago I he decided to take the music out of neodoom.wad and put it into see how well it would work with Doom 2 Reloaded. But it turns out it actually works great with Doom 2 Reloaded. Holy yes. Yes. Oh hey, he's 2 precision. This is the right-hand electron shotgun. My favorite weapon of all the weapons in Dust of Pandemonia. This one's my absolute favorite. Especially when you put a superior augment and the arcade remnants on it. It's an arcade weapon, so wait. So it can be upgraded with this superior augment and arcade remnants. Get a total of like 4 unique upgrades to it. Now, Firestore. This will thinking of disassembling the pistol or getting the augments from the pistol and then putting that capacity augment and the strength augment on the right and electron shotgun that I have. And then I'll be able to use the superior augment because you need 5 augments to upgrade a weapon with a superior augment. Oh no. That guy is a huge pain in the so that splash damage hurts me even when I do against that guy. Just look for it. Okay. Resist beam, chaos, abyss, fire, and splash damage. Oh, we'll see. I think I killed him. Yeah, I did kill him. Without the homing ability of the homing from the Assless fireballs would not have been. I'm not sure it would have been possible, I don't know. We want at least 1 strength augment when I can use the superior augment already. I can already use the superior augment. I can actually put the capacity on later. yes. This is kind of like a Doom roguelike arsenal where you can only carry a limited set of weapons, but the weapons only carry a limited set of weapons, but you can actually carry all the weapons, but as you carry more weapons, it slows you down. It encumbers you. It's slot limit. It's not not really a hard limit. Not enforced like. It's not enforced like Doom, like in Doom roguelike Arsenal. So you have a bit of freedom with regards to loadout. I set the limit to 8 weapons. What was the best weapon to use against that guy again? Well, we have the Scourge Rifle. Come on. You're not that bad at aiming, are you? Are you really that bad at aiming? Well, I'm glad that I'm using my rocket ammo, even if it isn't with the meteorite. Plan to ditch my firestorm in favor of a lead spitter if and when I find it. That cultist guy tells me that the cult leader is somewhere around here. Okay, killed him. Need bullets or explosives. Bullets or explosives. Maybe my meteorite would be good dealing with him. Okay, there's the augment extractor. Guess I could go back and grab my pistol for the capacity augment. It's the little green augment. The big green augment is the chaos augment. The shield sphere will protect me from the... Yeah, I really like to get the red spitter. Oh, what the heck? I can make it. Ooh-wee. Oof. Right. Increasing the magazine size will let me. I think 12 is the perfect magazine size for this weapon. I could have used the Firestorm would have also been good to use against that Heliothrall, I think. And the reason I didn't was because I didn't consider this weapon, I didn't know about this weapon, I forgot about this weapon, or I thought I was too close to him. Use that weapon. Wow. Where the... Great. Map 12 lockdown. Oh, you. Oh, you shut up. You know, there's a sound from the Voyager 2. There's a little sound that I cut out from the Voyager 2 recordings. It's really weird because it sounds like someone saying, "What the fuck?" And definitely it's a "what the fuck" moment because, you know, human speech, human words, like the last thing you'd expect to hear from a recording like that. But it's there. Yeah. And tight spaces. Tight space, an enemy is coming at you from all directions. I'm not really interested in that weapon, that's the BFG-10K. You. What the poop? I have to look over the VOD and see what happened there. Hey, that's the lead spitter. Wanted that weapon. There's that last monster. I need to kill him so that I can get the completionist reward. Can't believe I haven't found all the secrets yet. Over there with B. Wish I could remember what weapons I had on stream playthrough. Wonder what that's gonna be. Probably. right. What was the... What did I get hurt by? That was much better. Yes. Some more. Kill me again. Live for the pain. Live for the self-inflicted pain. Isn't there supposed to be another enemy that appears out here? Here's my Basilisk will do. Get that job done. Do not let your finger off the trigger! That's the number one. Do not let your finger off the trigger! I bet the fires are doing most of the damage. I should have just taken the dual rocket launcher with the... Here's that cannon gun. Here. Don't think I'm interested in that. Just give me an augment extractor so that I can put railgun into it. I think the long range role is filled by my... I think the long range role is filled by my Raiden Electron shotgun now. Really don't like how painful it is. There are enemies, they are still overpowered. You can't see the when they show off what's heard like still some still dish of hellish pain. Sacrifices have to be made. Speaking of, there's secret behind over here that I missed. I don't know what the best weapon to take on Hellfang's Ash is. I think it's the lead spitter. Well, I have a scavenge augment on my red spitter, so he should draw up a lot of bullet ammo. Is that a superior augment? Seems like every time there's a new enemy added to Dust, I have a hard time dealing with it. Great. Ran out of... Ran myself out of bullets. Here's the last monster now. Minecraft and Wanty make obsidian by putting a water source block beside a lava source block. Then that lava source block will turn into obsidian. This one's ruined. Want that. Should already be considering what rooms I want to take into the encounter. I'm thinking this way is quicker. No, it's this way is quicker to result in me getting hurt less. Enough room. Oh, correct. I think I'm ready for the again. It's nice. It's nice to get superior augment and we dropped a scavenge augment too, eh? Definitely not going to use the key sigil on him. Definitely not going to use the inner key sigil on him because that's the death of me. Perfect clear. Good. On my off-screen playthrough, I got the Bolt ACR. That's the little glowing arcane weapon you see there. I used it for the scourge rifle because I wanted a weapon that would hurt the sheriff. Wanted a weapon. And it also deal no self-damage. Why did that miss? So I have a quad missile launcher and a meteorite. Each shot from the meteorite uses 5 rockets. Early. All the explosions coming from Damn barrels. I don't know if this was when I was picking out the music, I don't know if this was the best music to pick for this level, but I think it works well, but Taro roaster hawk in there. I'm gonna turn on the effect choker again, because it seems like you have a lot of things being crushed by a crusher. The engine tends to lag severely. The way General Roastrock's theme song comes from TVR.WAD, aka also known as Revolution. The plot of Revolution is where humanity found a way to enslave the demons. They my off-stream playthrough, I ran away from my keyboard for a few minutes, and then I ended up dead when I came back. It's the enemy from here, this little room, came out and attacked me. To have avoided that. Like General Roasterrock and all the others got caught under that crusher. Wonder if I could take the rest on myself. I think the rest of the monsters is a Hell Knight and an Archvile. Mastermind. There's also another catastrophic essence in that secret area. I don't know if I want to go and grab it. Maybe I will go and grab it. That little button opens the secret area with a BFG on the back of that little building. Back of this building. Or its secret area. You're almost bad about using that, but... Oh no. Well, awesome weapons like the BFG 10K are good again. Spam. It was probably the bull thinking. I saw a blue beam, I saw a blue upwards pointing beam, but it's the bulwark rune. I think I want more precision runes. Precision augments. Mind. No, we're working to the full capacity thanks to tired. Still. 3-hour streams. But keep in mind, pick up more. Note to self, pick up more precision than not trying to miss them on purpose, you know. I can't believe he still isn't dead. Just I seem to have avoided mostly getting hurt from him. The way they get thrown around. Don't know how to really know how to keep track of them. Don't think I'll want to have a base VR until I have 3 arcane remnants that I can use on it. because first Arcane Remnant gives you long range beam, and the second gives you this fire damage, third gives you abyss fire damage. Well, second gives you abyss fire damage on the bouncing projectiles. The third remnant gives you abyss fire damage on the beam. I forgot that I had an auto shotgun and we didn't need to worry about the auto shotgun pickup. Balls. Yes, I do like picking up distortion nards. Even though the gun had closed on me. Probably not gonna drop the distortion bar, Giffy. Reloaded the save because the soft lock. This door will close, and then you'll get soft locked. You run back out, it's soft locked. You cannot open that door. Unless you just no-clip through it. My goodness, the thing is powerful. Thought I would be able to get up there by using my quad rocket launcher. My quad rocket launcher can't kill him in one hit. Slabby. That sounds familiar. Really not using my auto shotgun much for anything, am I? I want what damage I use the lead spitter. I knew it was him. I could hear the sounds he's making. Weaver. Explosive weakness, 50%. I need more rockets. Could use the weapon supply kit, and that will also repair. Where is he? He went outside the level. He teleported outside the level. I don't know how, but he did. really should, it's my gamma vision goggle. Oh man. He's so cool with that searchlight. So cool and menacing with that searchlight. Drop the dream room, something else. Oh. I need more rockets. Again! Princess again. Why? Fuck you. Well, I said I wanted more precision augment, so I'm gonna pick that one up. Last enemy, the last monster. Cannot kill it, because it's that Dreamweaver that lands outside the bounds of the level. There's no way I'll be able to attack in a way that punches through walls. None of my attacks can hurt enemies through walls, as far as I know. You'll either have to come back through the wall, or I'll have to no-clip in order to One victory. I think there were a bunch of Seraphs in here, which is why I shot for damage. Why the enemies were shots. I really don't know. Whatever enemy are resistant to explosions. How was I supposed to know he was there? Ugh. I don't feel like doing that all over again. Thank you very much for coming. I really do appreciate it, even if nobody came. You really made it feel like it's worth it for me to keep streaming. One viewer, it's not worth rating anyone, so goodbye.